Okay, it's the Rundown Thursday, May 30th. Let's talk a little bit about Pardon My Cheesesteak before we start. It is the pickup and delivery only restaurant bringing you craveable cheesesteaks, tenders, loaded fries, and desserts for lunch, dinner, and late night. I mean, if you follow anything Pardon My Take, you see them all the time. They look absolutely delicious. They had that truck parked out here for a while. Goddamn. Well, you're like our food connoisseur here. What do you think?
So when we tried to do the bigger menu, remember it was like a big Barstool menu?
Yeah.
It was just like two all over the place. The only thing that was selling that people liked overwhelmingly were these.
Pardon My Cheesesteak.
So everybody else who had a sandwich or a dessert got kicked out, and they just went Pardon My Cheesesteak, and I think it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I've had it at a NASCAR event, and you're right, yeah, they're very good cheesesteak.
I feel like anytime you watch one of those like cooking shows, like the first thing, or like Hell's Kitchen, whatever, the first, what's the one where he goes around, Kitchen Nightmares?
Yeah, Kitchen
Where
Nightmares.
like he goes around, the first thing he does is pare down the menu to what they do best.
Yes.
Pardon My Cheesesteak.
Skews.
Yes.
Get the skews down.
Skews down.
There it is.
Choose our expanded menu that has a regular cheesesteak, Chipotle cheesesteaks, Chipotle chicken, buffalo chicken, chicken bacon ranch cheesesteaks, and their newly added buffalo tender sub. That sounds amazing.
That doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, with features crispy chicken tenders tossed in buffalo sauce, topped with ranch, pickles, and toasted hoagie roll. You can order the Big Cat combo and get your cheesesteak of choice, fries, and a drink. And don't forget the Max Special 2 sodas.
Oh man,
that Fat Boy Max.
Yeah.
We should name that after someone here, the 2 soda special.
Yes.
Yeah. With more than 1,500 locations worldwide, you can find a Pardon My Cheesesteak near you and order now at pardonmycheesesteak.com or by going to the QR code on the screen right here. Use code PMC20 for 20% off your order. Isn't PMC private military company also?
I think so.
Yeah, they should maybe work on the acronym.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pardon My Cheesesteak. Last night in the NHL, the Oilers beat the Stars 5-2. Series tied 2-2. Connor McDavid robbed by a goal by the goalie stick lying on the ice. The one thing I'd seen really from this was that Big Cat had tweeted like Connor McDavid goal. Count on it. Count on it. It's happening. It's happening. And then of course the puck just like nudges, just gets stopped right before crossing the line. Just absolute misery.
It's brutal. Here it is.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
Feels like that maybe shouldn't be allowed to lay your stick on the ice.
Did he purposely do it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he purposely did it, but I was
Look at
kind of surprised that was.
That's awesome.
Just brutal. Watching that on replay in game, that would drive me insane.
Do you guys agree that playoff hockey is one of the best sporting events to see live?
I think hockey in general is like one of the best sporting events to watch.
I can't watch it on TV. I don't enjoy and
Yeah.
I'm so old I can't follow the puck maybe or something like that. But we had gone to, we had watched a playoff game in Vegas.
Sure.
Went to that stadium. What a great place to
I
see.
heard their stadium is nuts.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And to see anything, but yeah, it was at T-Mobile. I also did the NFL game out there last year, and man, it was fucking great. But yeah, NHL Playoffs is electric, particularly if you get a chance to see it live, and if you get a chance to see it here in New York.
And your son's girlfriend is out in Vegas. Rochelle Ryan, she lives out in Vegas.
That's right. Yeah, you're so
Yes, exactly.
Or Jerry's, or I don't. She's been making the. Should she do like a fantasy football league with people here too now?
I think so.
She's
Yeah.
a goat. I love her.
She
Both throat and otherwise.
actively tells me, send him over. I'm like, yeah.
In the NBA, the Mavericks and Timberwolves. Mavericks have a 3-1 lead. Mavericks pretty much a done deal. Does Minnesota have a chance to be the first team ever to come back and win a series down 3-0?
I don't like that you just said that. Done deal.
I mean,
I don't like that at all.
I don't mean
I know
done deal
that
in
they
this
won
game.
I know that they won the last game, but it's one of these things where it's too good to be true if this happens. Like, what was it last year where it was shaping up where it could have been Lakers, Celtics, and then things went a little bit left? It's not over till it's over, but I would love to see that.
I think I
Absolutely
I very much want to see Mavericks versus Celtics in this finals, and luckily it's shaping up that way, because obviously the Kyrie versus Boston storyline is amazing.
Oh,
it's gonna
yeah.
be incredible.
And shout out to my girl, Kara, at the Celtics. I know you're working on tickets for me right now.
Oh.
Kara, I love you to death. Anything you want, you let me know. She hooked it up 2 years ago when we were playing the Warriors, Game 4. We lost. You can make it up to me this year with some tickets. I think it's going to be all time. I think Kyrie has been... Like, he seems to be in a good place mentally. Like, he's smiling in his press conferences. He's going on inside the NBA, all that.
Time.
I hope he can reach into his bag and find the villain, not like the crazy, like, off guy that he was, but I hope he needles the Boston crowd, because there is no fan base in any sport at all that will latch on to hatred like a Boston sports team.
Yeah, specifically
especially
a specific
the
type of
Celtics.
hatred too.
Yeah, especially if you wronged us, like you are. Good Lord, it's going to be unreal. I think Dave will be there, obviously.
Yeah.
He'll be on the wood. He was talking about on the Unnamed show today. he would skip in order to stay in Surviving Barstool. I think he had something going on there. Or no, in Sandbagger, I think he was going to do. Dozen, I don't know, something. He said he would do that. But regardless, I mean, this is going to be all time. And I think if there's a year to do it for the Celtics, it's this year.
Will Boston absolutely burn down if Kyrie beats you in Boston to win the finals?
He won't beat us. There's not a chance.
You don't think so? Not a chance?
I mean,
you thought I was done for saying a done deal. I said done deal. You say not a chance?
If you look at like superstar power, right? Like there's Kyrie and there's Luka versus like our whole team. Like that, just the making of that series will be so good because there's two guys on Dallas who you know the ball is going to.
Porzingis will be back too.
So. I don't even I don't even care that much about Porzingis is back. Like when you lose a star player and then your team gels and they make it and they bring the star player back in, it almost like, obviously I want him back. It almost like fucks things up a little. I'm not worried that we don't have him. So I don't know.
You kind of have a double revenge game from Kyrie to you and then Porzingis to the Mavericks.
Yeah, we have a DRG.
DRG, everyone talks about those. Yeah. And tonight in NHL, Panthers at the Rangers. Cyrus is tied 2-2. The Rangers have won a Stanley Cup since '94. Haven't reached the Stanley Cup since 2014. That was a rough, I remember that one, Kings, right? They haven't won a professional sports championship since 2011. Sad times. I will say when the Knicks were still in it.
Sad times.
It just has been. It's been rough. It's been rough for us. But while the Knicks are still involved in the playoffs, like the energy here was awesome. It was just.
Oh, dude, it's the best.
So much fun because Knicks fans, I think, just are way more like I don't know, just out in the streets and shit, and like very like loud and bad.
I think it's like Boston. Like I didn't go to a playoff game this year. I went to a playoff game last time. I guess 2 years ago with the Knicks. Trae Young.
Yeah.
And that's where they developed all that.
That was the first round.
And you're talking about like Boston fans going nuts on Kyrie, which they have a right to. The way Knicks fans were going on Trae Young, particularly his hairline, was classic.
They had the Tootsie Pop with hair on it.
Tootsie Pop with hair
like fell on the ground.
That was tough.
I remember. I mean, I know you guys don't remember, but I remember when the Rangers won in '94. Yeah. So I had just gotten out. I just started on the floor of the American Stock Exchange. Yes, just got out of college, and it was fucking wild time.
Yeah.
New York lights. You don't realize how many hockey fans come out of the woodwork once the Rangers start doing well.
They got a look too, like a New York sports fan.
Yeah.
Like I will still say it. I think New York sports fans in general, they're like Boston sports fans, but like a little more douchey. Like you look at the Yankees guys.
Sure.
I don't have the hatred that I had for New York sports fans now that I did growing up with the Giants and the Red Sox and all that. But I'll go to a bar and like we'll watch the Rangers game. I love seeing fan bases that are into it.
Yeah.
And, like they are very much into it.
Is there a sport where more people wear jerseys than at hockey games? I think hockey games has that locked
Soccer,
down.
maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe soccer. But is that really a...
They do love a good kid over there.
I also want to shout out Uncle Pete, head coach of the Rangers. I will be.
Anybody else want to give you tickets?
I will be coming up to your place again in New Hampshire this year. Major shout out. I heard you got a new jet ski, so we're looking forward to that.
Do you know anybody at the French Open?
French Open. Not
French
quite.
Open. That's a good
fight.
Yeah. Day 3 of a 2-week tournament. The French Open officials have banned spectators from drinking alcohol in the stands at Roland Garros.
It's such a French thing to do.
Yeah. For the rest of the tournament, after fans spat chewing gum at tennis player David Goffin, tournament director says the most experienced umpires will be assigned to the most potentially volatile matches, and umpires have been instructed to crack down on bad behavior, and that fans will be ejected from the stadium. No fun league. I mean, this is so French.
He threw gum at the guy?
Spat gum.
Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's something you get in a sporting arena.
That wasn't because he's drunk. That's because he's a scumbag.
Yeah, he's a scumbag French Open fan.
Right?
I don't think that's something you can you can't ban out. Once you start banning alcohol, where does it end? And for France, like you're supposed to be all about freedom, liberty, and all that stuff. You guys inspired that.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I feel like anti-ethical to their whole existence as a people.
Reminds me a little bit about like 1939.
Yeah, made a lot of other mistakes they made there. Maginot Line. This is like their own Maginot Line. People are just going to bypass it and sneak alcohol in, just like the Germans did when they blitzkrieged.
I will tell you that this might cause more sober people to bring gum into the stadium and do that on purpose,
Yes.
right? To toss it. And I will tell you, I was supposed to go to Saudi for one of these fights with the zone people.
For a public stoning during Pride Month?
Yes, exactly. Then they found out I was friends with Patty, and they're like, no go. But they have no alcohol in the stands at these fights, and because of the timing, the main event doesn't go off till like 4:30 a.m. Saudi. There is the greatest fights in the world they're putting together. and it's like they're fighting him in a fucking morgue.
Yeah.
Because these people are there at 4:30 in the morning with no booze in them, just, you know, ready to go to sleep. So this is a huge mistake on their fan. A huge overreaction.
You don't go in the other direction, which was it? The Cleveland did like the 5-cent beer night or something. And caused a riot.
Yeah.
Did a 5-cent beer night?
In like the 80s or something like that.
5-cent
Yeah.
beer?
And there was like literal riot, like a riot.
Oh, they almost burnt the stadium down. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
So like you can't do that. It was 10-cent
beer night.
Sorry, 10-cent beer night. And what year was it? 74. Okay. So you can't.
I remember being there. I was 20 in 1974. Those three.
What's this craziest thing you've ever done when you've been drunk? Large. I know you fought the guy in the bar and he pulled a knife on you or something. Who's the famous
So that
guy?
was the Ray Bork.
Ray Bork.
Yeah, Ray Bork. I pulled a knife on him.
You pulled a knife on him.
Did.
Huh.
Yeah, I got arrested in the 7th grade. I assaulted an officer, obstructed traffic, drunken disorderly, and perjury. I spent the night in the 61st precinct. Shout out to the 61st precinct on Coney Island Avenue. And so I kind of top ticked in 7th grade.
You have a lot of officer assault employees here, huh? There's more than I think.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So like, yes, exactly like a Chaps type thing. I was passed out when the guy had taken me, so he spun me around, and I went like that, and they put it on my JD card.
Oh.
It was, I think it was 11 or 12 years
What's
old.
a JD card?
A juvenile delinquent.
Jeez, please, God, tell me you still have it.
No, so it's actually changed into a youth delinquent YD card, and it got expunged when I was 18.
Damn.
Yeah,
You
so-
haven't been in trouble with the law since?
No, yeah, well,
Once.
with the SEC?
You've had close calls. I'm sure you've had close calls. Maybe a pee on the train tracks, maybe
Yes.
something like that.
He's elevated to more like zoning disputes. I
And
feel
you get a
like
little mouthy.
No, remember when I was under investigation by the SEC when we were doing Barstool
Oh yeah, we like
Breakfast?
celebrated that
Yeah.
you weren't going to jail.
It was a
God.
It was a
Yeah.
Gentleman's Friday. We were I don't know. We were bombed, and
You were guilty of sin, by the
I'd
way.
gotten an email saying that I was exonerated at the thing. Hey,
All right,
me and
cheers.
Willie. Yeah, me, Willie, and Jetski, and Za,
Cousin producer.
cousin producers.
I don't think Zaz ever been in trouble with the law.
No, God, no.
Right?
They'll kick his ass right back.
I don't know. Zaz's been in plenty of trouble. I mean,
Yes.
you put like 3 beers in him and get him anywhere near his own Twitter account, stuff's gonna happen.
my gosh.
But then he does this in the morning.
Yeah, he does
Oh
that
my
one clip.
days, oh
The
my
one
days.
picture, one picture of him
my
fucking
days.
kills me every single time.
I called him as a lifeline on the dozen
Yeah.
because I got an Africa question, and I called him, and it was like Saudi. I called him, it was 2:15 in the morning. He didn't pick up. I wish he would have picked up in Zimbabwe at 2:30 in the
Oh,
morning.
please don't tell me it was about dental care.
Yeah,
That fucking
no.
fight we got. The
Oh,
biggest fight we ever got in on Barstool Breakfast was like I said something about like dental care in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
We don't have to get into it.
No, no.
Joke
we don't
about how
have to
dental
get
care would be presumably bad in Zimbabwe, and he was very
Well,
We went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, you know what? Let's move on.
Well, we'll save that one for later.
Okay with me, assaulting an
We'll
officer.
talk about it on Out and About.
Like you all expect. Jerry Seinfeld is calling for a return of dominant masculinity.
Yeah, brother.
In a sit-down with the Free Press, he reminisced about growing up and wanting to be a real man. He said, I really thought that when I was in that era, it was JFK, Muhammad Ali, Sean Connery, Howard Cosell, and you can go all the way down from there. He went on to say that he misses the dominant masculinity and he likes a real man. The one quote I had seen was that he looks up to Hugh Grant, I believe, or he was like,
Oh, yeah.
I like Hugh Grant. He knows how,
clean.
how
Shiny
to
hooker.
talk to a woman and stuff like that. The 2 guys I want relationship advice from, Hugh Grant and Jerry Seinfeld.
Right.
Either dating a 19-year-old or potentially much worse.
Who was dating a 19-year-old?
Jerry Seinfeld. He did a
When?
high school.
17.
Lowenstein?
17.
You would, if there's one guy in the world who would know the name, it's you.
Wasn't you
Put
knew
up-
her fucking name?
Shoshana Lowenstein?
Shoshana.
Yeah, put her up. She's got gigantic cans. And
She's like 40 years
probably
old
why I
now.
did it.
no, it's okay to say. Well, I guess it was moderately okay.
She's 23
But he
now.
met her when she was like 16 or something and
Yeah.
courted her and then like didn't like officially start dating.
That's like the rock stars who like assume guardianship over people.
Try
yeah.
to get me a full body shot.
Oh, you know who she looks like a little bit?
Who's that?
Our good friend Lisa Ann.
Yeah, she does. But look at cans. Yeah, but when
Was she a playmate?
And then you know Hugh Grant did right, obviously, right, Pat?
transgender.
I don't know if it was
prostitute?
transgender. I think it was just a prostitute.
Oh, okay.
Look up Hugh Grant, prostitute, John Rich. Make sure we get this all on your.
Is her name like Destiny?
God, you just know every woman.
If I had to guess.
No, it was Eddie Murphy with the transgender.
But this is when he was married to Elizabeth
Oh.
Hurley. When he was married to Elizabeth Hurley.
Divine Brown. Yeah.
He got caught with this
Yes.
prostitute.
That was my
Yes.
drag name.
Again, while married to Elizabeth Hurley, one of the most attractive women alive. It's just
And like scientifically, her face is supposed to be the Rosetta Stone
yeah,
for female beauty.
Who
Like-
is Elizabeth Hurley?
yeah, Elizabeth Hurley.
Remember her in the movie Bedazzled
amazing
Yes.
picture.
with
Amazing
Brendan?
picture.
Was Brendan Fraser
Yep.
back in the day?
She plays the devil.
She was awesome in that.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Kensington.
Miss Kensington, Austin Powers, yeah.
She is the
Do you
ultimate.
think it's weird that Jerry Seinfeld was giving instances of masculinity from his childhood? And it was JFK. I get it. Keep the top down.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali, Sean Connery.
I disavow. Hey, any Kennedys? Keep the top up. Top always stays
Correct.
down.
Yes,
What does that mean,
exactly.
top down?
Because when he was going through
Popped.
Dallas, he was like, "Why don't you take the top?"
Oh,
down?"
okay.
he was in
Yeah,
the-
sorry,
yeah,
segment.
And he never said that.
Yeah.
But then the last one is Howard Cosell.
Shout out to CIA. Yeah. Well,
Howard Cosell is his.
yeah, that's a weird one.
That's not a fucking Rushmore. JFK, Muhammad Ali, Sean Connery, and Howard Cosell.
Also, like when he was growing up, people like I would say like the big bad men in his like era, they didn't like Muhammad Ali because they're like, oh, he ducked Vietnam. He ducked Vietnam. Like, they didn't like him.
I like this new Jerry Seinfeld. Like something happened with him, like I think it was a month or so ago, I blogged that he had given some big interview about how the left is ruining comedy.
Yeah.
And now every movie, everything he does, he ends up just going on a tangent about like the libs and fucking masculinity and this and that. And the best part is he does these interviews from his like $100 million compound in the Hamptons. So he's saying how terrible and tough it is to be a man, and he's sitting in this beautiful Sag Harbor house.
I think his whole thing is like Jerry Seinfeld is not tough. I would not.
He said
like,
that at the end of the interview. He's
Yeah.
like, and I've tried to be a man for many years, but I'm not. But the pendulum always swings. It was like late 20 teens, like early 20s, like this like cultural castration of like it's so tough to be a guy, blah blah blah. And then all that did, everyone was afraid to like say what they think or like be who they are. All that did was now make the pendulum swing that much harder to the right. So it's everything swings eventually, and I think Jerry Seinfeld is the final push, swinging it over. If Seinfeld is talking about it, then you know.
Have you seen those clips of guys in like masculinity camps? Where like,
oh my God,
so funny. They're
it's like
dragging them by their.
It's like Navy SEAL boot camp.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, we just want you to sit by a waterfall and scream as loud as you can. It's like, what is this?
KFC got Joey for the Secret Santa gift card to go do that.
Go do it.
Yeah.
I helped a friend move years ago, and in a box had fallen out a couple of VCR tapes, and one of them was How to Make Love to a Woman. And for some reason I said, holy shit, what is it? He's like, and my wife had got it for me. Could there be a worse situation? I'm dying to say his name right now.
Say it.
No, I can't.
Al from Dallas?
Willie Colon.
Al from Dallas. No.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
People have started filming Chipotle employees in order to get bigger portions of
love
food.
to a woman.
Amazing video. I would love to watch the video, by the way. Not the video of the Chipotle guy, but the video of how to make love to a woman. I feel like there has to be something in there. We don't know all the secrets.
I'm all set.
This is like an ancient text. There. But yeah, people in social media have been coming to Chipotle so hard for not giving the customers enough food or bigger enough portions. So they said corporate, at least at Chipotle, sent a memo telling employees to fill them up whenever they see someone has their phone out. Customers found out about the memo, and they've been filming Chipotle employees every time they order to make sure they get fair or just large portions of food. And in the video, that dude gets a massive portion of food. So I think it's real. I think it's real. I wouldn't do it, but I think it's real.
Why wouldn't you do it? I'm curious whether or not I would.
I don't like filming people. I feel like it's like that, like not us anyway, but like I wouldn't walk up to someone in the street or like a rando and just start filming them without their consent.
Doesn't it kind of infuriate? And I'm asking you both. Doesn't it kind of infuriate you that a corporate office said only give them a decent amount of food when you're being like that? Would infuriate me if the little fucking idiot in front of me is filming and gets loaded up, and then I decide to be decent and I don't.
Wait, no, bring that with you. Bring that with you. Bring that with you.
It's not the
Bring it with you.
We don't want you.
No, he has Chipotle.
Yeah.
Hey, so.
Oh, look what this guy just did.
So now they're going overboard.
So
this is the problem with Chipotle. It's not.
You're coming back with Chipotle right now, right?
Yes.
Did you film them doing it to get a bigger portion?
No, I think that Big Chipotle is in on this to try to get people to go to Chipotle to do that.
Excellent point.
So now people are doing that.
Know the point, Nate.
The stock only going up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, fair enough.
I'm woke.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a company go like this outside of like meme stocks while the stock is going like that. Like everyone is saying like, oh, Kava is still good, Chipotle sucks, and yet the fucking stock will not stop skyrocketing.
The problem is just like the balancing of proportions. You'll either get just a huge serving of rice and then like a minuscule amount of everything else, or it's all over the place. But if I'm working at Chipotle and I find out that my corporate office has done this, I'm just quitting.
Look at that fucking chart.
Yeah, it's
throwing up right now.
Skyrocketing.
What is that?
Right? That's Chipotle.
What is that? 3,000.
That's the stock price.
Yeah.
Chipotle is $3,000 a share.
What?
They're about to do this big reverse split, so everyone, do a split, multiple split. I forget what the terms are, but they're doing.
What is $3,000 a share?
Yeah.
It's like fucking Berkshire Hathaway or something.
Yeah, it's like Berkshire.
How?
How much is Berkshire Hathaway A stock right now, you think? 300 grand is my guess per share.
John, put a BRK.
$145,000.
$616,000 a share.
Yeah, it's up $7,000 today, which is 1%.
Can you explain what that why the stock is so expensive?
So normally,
what the split means?
So normally what stocks do, should we be doing this on the rundown?
Do it a quick one. Give it a quick.
So normally what stocks do is as they start growing in stock price, they'll see that people are less inclined to buy, retail investors are less inclined to buy more expensive issues just because they think that they're outpriced. So they'll do stock splits. So if you own 1,000 shares of Chipotle, and they do a 2-for-1 stock split, you now own 2,000 shares of Chipotle, but at half the price. So it doesn't change your full position, right? You still have the same cash position, but it just makes the stock easier for people to trade.
And it's not inflated like that just because it's like memed, essentially?
No, it's not one of these meme stocks at all. Like,
dude, that's wild.
Yeah. So
you learned something today. 2024 Darts Masters this weekend at Madison Square Garden. There will be a massive Barstool contingent there. I think last year we had like something like 150 people there, some crazy number. This year, probably not as many with half the people in Chicago, but we'll have a ton of people there as well. It'll be out in the Hulu Theater at MSG. 17-year-old darts prodigy Luke Littler.
Luke the Nuke Littler, yeah.
Littler. Will be competing. He was in the office today with his girlfriend, who obviously was very heavily blogged about, written about even here. It's just a fact. We do an annual darts day there every year. This guy, he just won like what, 300 grand?
He won 300 grand by winning the Premier League last week. He lost in the finals of the World Championship. The guy he lost to, he then beat in the Premier League. He's ranked 26th in the world only because he's only been professional for 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's skewed. Like even what he won last week is not factored into his ranking yet.
Gotcha.
But he's definitely one of the top, would you say five players in the world?
Him, MVG, and the other Welsh guy that's like really good. There's like 3 or 4 Welsh guys that are at the top of the list.
It kind of has a Ryder Cup feel because they bring these guys over from the UK, and the first day they play US and Canadian guys. But he says there's only 1 or 2 real threats over on this side of the pond, but otherwise, and a very soft-spoken guy. I just had him in for an interview, but yeah, like he's racking up the dough at 17.
He's a literal child.
They gave him a magnetic dartboard when he was 4 years old.
Yeah.
You know, throwing it at magnets when he was 4, and he was just very good at it. So once he turned 11, his parents had got him one with tips, and then his dad's like, he's been, you know, by the time he was 12, he was better than his dad. And now he just turned 17 in January, so he still hasn't had a beer yet.
He can have it in 1 year.
He turns 18, and that's when it's legal over there. So yeah.
Yeah, but I saw him blowing lines in the game.
Huge. Gotta get an edge.
He's popping GHB right behind him. Parody, not real.
Has to have that edge.
My shirt last year said, "Of course I come fast. I have darts to watch." It's a big picture of Michael Van Gerwen right on this side.
Yeah.
It's just the darts world.
You won't see us as a group since they stopped Gentleman's Friday.
Yeah.
You will not see a group of Barstool employees more drunk.
I was so fucking ripped.
Than you do at the darts. I try to go to so to the stuff.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, nice.
Last time Chuck was telling me, because I didn't even remember. I just remember I went home after like 20 minutes. I was so blitzed. And they're like, I just saw you walk in and you already had Seamless up on your phone ordering to go back home. And you had like 20 items from Taco Bell in your cart.
Yeah.
After show time, Dave versus Nate in poker. Challenge was issued over at the unnamed show. I believe that they offered $20K heads-up game, Nate versus Dave. I think it'll depend, just in my head, right? Because poker is like so much a skill game. I think Nate would kill Dave in poker, but it's one of those things where it's like they were telling me, like variance is everything.
Yeah, so my 20K to Dave's 20K, heads up. Yeah, I have every advantage over him. The money doesn't really matter. I mean, 20K is a lot more to me than it is to him. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but that won't affect my game because I should be just much better than him. But as you said, the variance of it, like anybody can win at any time playing poker. He's so overly confident, though. Like, he thinks he can win a 250K, which is, like, at the WSOP, the highest buy-in, where it's just all stone.
People are very good.
It's all stone cold killers, and their only edge is, like, guys like him showing up, thinking that they can play, and they just get run the fuck over.
Into, like,
don't you think him not caring about losing 20K will affect the way that he plays? And
he might not play logically.
Him an edge over you?
No, because he's so headstrong that, like, if 250K doesn't matter, 20K doesn't matter, no money matters to him, he won't change how he plays regardless.
But I feel like that.
I won't either.
That won't make you. You putting up $20,000 would definitely change the way you play if you put up 5.
No,
right?
disagree. Not against Dave. Not against Dave. No.
I think Dave is so intelligent and handsome.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You already signed your contract.
I think
you already signed. You already signed.
He's the best.
But Dave, will you slow play it? Like, is there something where you'll kind of ham and egg it for a while and not big stack bully him or anything like that?
There's a feeling out process. Right. His goal is to embarrass me, right? Like that's his only goal. Maybe on the planet. Maybe he's like his only goal, like for now on, is to embarrass me.
Do you think you're smarter than Dave?
No.
Oh, if Dave wins.
Yeah.
Like that Teddy KGB, last time I stick it.
Yeah.
Like,
you paid me my money.
Yeah.
I do think the more interesting thing is him thinking he can win the 250K buy-in.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy. Like I compared it to him hitting a home run off of like Randy Johnson in his prime. Like you can close your eyes and hit a home run. Yeah. It's just highly, highly, highly unlikely.
There's also just so many like little things like skill-wise with poker, which I feel like you and Smitty know, like and Mintz know, like all down pat. Like he would know not having played like poker at that.
Yeah, he hasn't played since
level.
Like 2005.
Did he play like legit or?
He played low stakes like way back in the day. The game has changed so much since then.
How does poker change?
But why does it change? Because like
the players,
and stuff.
The players are so good now. There's something called solvers, which is basically like the game is solved more or less, and you can study these solvers for hours on end.
And the online game has changed it too because these guys
so tough.
Get more reps.
It's so tough, man. It's a very, very, very hard game, and the guys who are the best are so fucking good. It's like they play on like such a different level.
And
no, he stinks, but
Negreanu?
No, Negreanu's great.
Yeah.
Phil is whatever.
Is Mintz better than you?
Mintz, maybe. I don't know. We're probably pretty close. He has better results than me for sure.
Yeah, I thought for sure like I was just like, oh no question in my mind, like you or Smitty would be like destroy anyone here for the most part other than Mincy. But if Portnoy has played before, I didn't realize he was
everybody here has played.
Well, yeah, but like not like at a professional or like even semi-pro level.
Like look, there's this guy. He's actually dead now. R.I.P. Darvin Moon. He finished second in the main event. I don't know, a decade ago. He was just a logger from like rural Maryland, and he got in Queens versus Kings. He had Queens, and he flops a queen, gets this huge chip lead on like day 5, and he goes to the final table. Anybody can win or final table a poker tournament. It's just like Dave can't against this 250K buy-in field.
Those really good players. All right, I'll be looking forward to that. I would love to watch.
I don't know if he's going to do it. He's been trying to play me or saying he'll play me for 10 years now. He keeps dodging me, ducking me. So we'll see.
Love to watch it. I'd also love to see if they were to do a tournament where it'd be Dave versus Nate and Smitty and Mincy, just to watch them all kind of turn on each other. I think that would be
kind of cool. They play strip poker.
Strip poker? Oh God!
If we did like a more of a content-wide tournament, I'd be down for that.
We did a few of them digitally over COVID. They were really fun. Playing with some other guys.
I didn't get the invite. Whatever.
Jake Malasek and his disgusting butt. This is from the episode of the bracket yesterday. I still can't believe this. So let me ask you a question. This is a question. You know Jake Malasek?
I do. Yeah, I like him.
On the bracket yesterday, he had admission to us. It's too long, I think, of a full clip to play here.
I had a question. You guys shower in the mornings?
Yeah.
So have you guys ever taken a shit and then not even like wiped it all and then just gotten in the shower?
No.
No.
Do that all the time.
Jesus.
Disgusting. All the time.
Gross. That is my bidet. I love doing that shit.
What do you mean? Where is your
You get in there and you just clean your ass in the shower. It's two birds, one stone.
You bend down? You bend over and
you notoriously
with your hand?
Use soap? Yeah, no, it's
just water.
That's what I do.
No soap?
He doesn't use soap.
I'm not a body wash guy. I refuse to use body wash.
Well, no, you use a bar of soap though, right?
No.
No, nothing on my body. I hate it. I hate using it.
You must smell awful.
You just have shit all over you then.
No,
the
water cleans me. The water cleans me, but I think that is one of nature's great pleasures is taking a poop in the morning,
Wait.
right in the shower.
How do you clean your ass in the shower?
It's the water is flowing through your butt, and you
when through your.
But you use your hands on your butt and you don't use soap?
You
wipe with
your hand with no soap.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
I need you guys to try this at some point. It's awesome.
You rub your hand in between your ass.
Yeah, all the time. You guys don't?
I'm cleaning my ass, but I have soap on my hands.
You just cover yourself, hands and lower body, all that, with poop, and then you don't wash it off with soap?
I'm in the shower. It's cleaning me at the same time.
No, there is no direct spray from the shower head to your anus.
Yes, there is. It comes down, and your back is to the shower head. It's hitting you in the crack. and then the poop is gone.
No, it's not.
Where does the poop go?
It goes down the
runs
drain.
your-
Where does the poop on your hands go? Because do you wash your hands after at least?
Yeah, it's. I'm in the shower. I'm
But
fully
there's no
immersed
soap.
in the shower.
Soap.
I'm in the shower.
You know,
The
soap
shower
doesn't-
cleans me.
When you're done going to the bathroom and not even a shower, you wash your hands. Are you using soap then?
No.
Jesus fucking Christ, Jake, come on!
you are enveloped in a film of fecal matter.
You might have
Bullshit.
more shit on your body than any person in America.
Covered in poop. Basically said what he does is that he'll take a poop in the morning, and then he'll go straight into the shower without wiping or anything. He's like, yeah, you guys all do that, right? And we're all like, no, no one does that. That's disgusting. And he goes, okay, well, that's whatever, but I also don't use soap. So he never uses soap ever, period, at all. He's like, I don't like how it feels on me. Don't wear soap. Don't use soap. So he poops, he claws out his butthole with his bare hands and does not use soap at any point.
Yeah.
And it is one of the most, we gave him a million ways to get out of this conversation, and every single time he just doubled down. Yeah.
I will tell you now, Jay went to Virginia, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, because we were up against him. Spider and I had like a bracket buster.
Yeah.
Broke the kid's heart. But a very, very nice kid. I will tell you, as a guy who's close to death, when I used to wipe my ass as a kid, it was like a silk scarf between two bowling balls. And now it's like cleaning cake batter out of a catcher's mitt. So perhaps he just has like so much, you know what it is, but like, so perhaps he has like just a high fiber diet where it does pass. Do we know? Because Jake seems like he's a pretty good.
Hair, he doesn't
trying to
seem like
stick
a
up
hairy
for
guy.
his-
No, he did mention he has a hairy butt.
he has a hair. Oh, God. Yeah.
So it's
There
just
it
like
goes.
Dingleberry world down there.
I
He's
didn't
like,
see any hair when I was
I
down
think
there.
KB said he is enveloped in a film of fecal matter at any given moment, which is true.
I
Like,
mean,
I tried, Jake. I tried.
Jake Malasek is a disgusting person
gross.
who needs to be put down like Old Yeller.
like a sick dog.
He's a pig.
Frank walks with Brian Baumgartner. Office Kevin, he spilled chili. You
Now
remember
I'm
that?
thinking about both their asses, too. And
Both their
I'm
asses.
not having a good time at all
I
with this
can't
fucking
even-
episode.
I can't even imagine what that looks like. Frank walks with Brian Baumgartner. Obviously, go check that out. He threw out the first pitch today at the Brewers game.
Yeah.
All of us bet, and this is still an active bet. I wonder how the score is. Check the score of the Cubs game real quick. We all bet Yurfee, yes run first inning on the Cubs because Frank was throwing out the first pitch for the Brewers. That hit. But we parlayed it with Cubs winning, and they're now down by 2 as of right now, top of the 4th inning. So we'll see.
Did we see? I think Frank's thrown out before, hasn't he?
I think at like minor league games. I don't know about a major league game.
Is there video of
Think
his
he's
pitch?
got a BB, or what did he do?
I'm not sure
With
how
his
it
new
works.
body, he hasn't. I don't think he's thrown out a pitch since he's gotten.
Let's see.
Oh, here it comes.
He is. Wow,
Fucking
I love
frozen
Frank.
rope.
Oh, that's not bad.
Pretty good.
That's impressive.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
First try?
Yeah.
That guy like pretty.
Guy is full of. I mean, this guy Jenks saved his life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Seriously, I'm
Frank
with
would be
the
the first to not tell you, but yeah.
Frank deserved the Jenks, though.
Oh, 100%.
Frank deserved 8
yeah.
Jenks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Frank.
Awesome, man. That's
he
great.
looks so much better compared to like even a year ago.
Oh,
It's
man,
crazy.
It's
how much
wonderful.
weight he lost.
So do I.
Is
but-
Tank going to be on Surviving Barstool?
Yeah, I believe so.
Good to know.
That is going to be a very
Yeah.
interesting.
I'll tell you what would be a nice wrinkle. They bring Jake Malasek on.
Yeah.
See who's bunking
You're
next
bunking
to
next to him.
Yeah.
Any given time, you're just covered in poop. Man, hey, if anyone wants to help a guy pay for his wedding, get me on Surviving Barstool.
Yeah,
I'd be out the
well-
first week, but I mean, if I get any second, third, 15th place money,
Yeah.
it'd be great. Probably more likely Pat or Joey gets in, but
Correct.
Yeah, I hope that happens. He said we're a maybe. We'll see.
you're a maybe right now?
We're a maybe. Well,
Going
I'm a go. It's up to Dave. So
Yeah. Oh, you're a go. Okay.
I'm a no.
Anything else you guys got?
nope.
That's it. Darts this weekend. Yeah.
That's it. Check out Darts. Check out Frank Walks Brian Baumgartner. Check out that episode of The Bracket. Then you got
Oh, new Twisted History. Twisted History of horses. Average stallion penis 18 to 24 inches long.
Oh wow.
Average
Not bigger.
stallion ejaculate is almost 2 cups.
That's a lot.
Enjoy your day.